What's going on, beautiful people? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day whenever and wherever you're watching this. It is me, Jim Galvin, back here again in an attempt to collate, gather and share as much information as I can to help you guys improve your performance, your health and your physique. But now, at the time of recording this, it is, check my watch because I don't know what the date is. It is the 20th of January, 2021, and currently here in the UK, we are in a nationwide lockdown. So I thought the best thing that I could do to hopefully add some value to your day would be to share with you my 5 top tips to maintain your health and your sanity in a lockdown in England in winter. Not exactly the most ideal way to spend your time, is it? So that's what I'm going to be doing today, guys. I've come up with 5 top tips to hopefully keep you guys fit and healthy enough. And with that, guys, I'm not claiming to have a silver bullet or a magic wand to make everything okay, fine and dandy in these crazy times. All I'm doing is hopefully going to be sharing with you a little bit of applicable wisdom, which might take the edge off. So here we go, guys. My 5 top tips to stay healthy and sane in a UK winter lockdown. Number 1, embrace the elements. Get some fresh air, go out and walk in some green space, get some frost on your flipping nipples, get some rain on your face. Basically, being in winter in the UK, for those of you that are watching this that aren't British, it's not very inviting to go outside. Basically, the weather here sucks. Our winter, unlike most countries in the world, lasts about 10 months. And we're kind of in the middle of it now in January, so it's not particularly inviting to go outside, but basically it is going to be so unbelievably detrimental to your health if you do what, to be fair, you're neurologically wired to do, and that's stay inside the whole time. Bit of fresh air, even though it might be cold and have some rain in it, will definitely wake you up a little bit, trust me. I have an ice bath in my garden that I get in about twice a week, and that's sitting anywhere between 3 and 5 degrees right now.
Oh, I feel better already.
That's not what I'm prescribing or suggesting that anybody else does right now, but it's just my little bit of kind of safety thumbs up and green light that getting cold for 5 minutes is not bad for your health. Staying indoors for 23 hours a day is bad for your health. So do not be stagnant and stay inside the house within your 4 walls and your roof and not get any fresh air and sunlight. Having no exposure to sunlight through the day is unbelievably bad for you. It disrupts all your natural systems, your circadian rhythm, which basically kind of controls your sleep, your immune system, your endocrine system that produces and releases hormones. All of these things are thrown completely out of whack if we just stay within our 4 walls, which is why, again, sometimes you just need to sack up a little bit, put a coat on, get outside, get some sunlight on your face, get some rain in your hair, and embrace the bloody elements, especially for those of you that are English, that are living here now. This is our bread and butter, man. We should be flipping used to this by now. That leads us seamlessly onto number 2, which is try to get as much good quality sleep as possible. My first ever YouTube video is about exactly this, about my 5 kind of top tips to hack your sleep. And basically the first thing I started that video with is this. Sleep quality and sleep quantity are not the same thing. So if you think you're closing your eyes for 8 hours a night, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are getting all the benefits that good quality sleep will allow. Kind of linking this back to the last thing, if you're not getting any natural sunlight, your circadian rhythm will be thrown completely out of whack, and that's definitely going to disrupt your sleep. It's so easy in this situation to stay inside all day, but the issue is with LED lights, with TV, with phone screens, with laptops, tablets and all of that good stuff that seems to, in theory, make life a lot better. All it's doing is shining a hell of a lot of what's called blue light straight into your eyeballs. This again throws all your systems out of whack, makes your sleep absolutely turd, and that has a massively deleterious on your sleep and all the other systems that rely on your sleep pattern being nice and consistent. For more information on this, please check my previous video. Thanks. Numero 3. I think you can get that from numero 3, can you? Number 3, consistent routine. It is so easy, again, to bail on this in this environment. Normally, in the Western world, you will be a hell of a lot more accountable to certain things. Going to work at a certain time, dressing a certain way, getting up at a certain time, doing things with other people, and being accountable to being certain places at certain times. In lockdown, for a lot of people, all of these things are thrown completely out the window, which might feel freeing to a certain point, but beyond that, everything is just going to spiral down and unravel a little bit. Having a few set building blocks of routine can help keep everything else in position. Even if it is something as simple, linking it to the first one, as going for a walk outside at the same goddamn time every day, you will be blown away by just how much more structured everything will feel. Again, helping your health, helping your routine and everything in every other way, by just having that one tiny little element of your routine nice and consistent and structured, and you have an association with it as a complete non-negotiable. I go for a walk at 9 a.m. every morning and nothing is going to get in the way of me doing that. As soon as you redefine your association of something like that as a complete non-negotiable, it's an absolute game changer. Having your coffee at the same time of day, having your outdoor walk at the same time of day, training at the same time of day, having food at the same time of day, all of these tiny little things, again, it might sound super simple, but when you have them structured in your diary, in your day-to-day routine, you will feel a lot better. Maybe that's just me and my OCD, but an idea of having no structure at all to any appointments fills me with nothing but dread and overwhelming anxiety. We're supposed to train at 4. You said we train at 4. We normally train at 4. We're not going to train at 4. In a time with distractions galore and less accountability to certain things, this, like all the other things, guys, like all the other 5 top tips I'm about to share with you, requires discipline. But trust me, when you do get it in your routine and you do start staying strict to it, it's a game changer and you will feel better. Number 4, this is something that I believe is unbelievably crucial for everyone, especially the parents right now that are homeschooling their children, have 1,000,001 different hats on, doing 1,000,001 different things, and that is carving some time out every single day for yourself. Now, I know what a lot of you are going to say, Jim, you don't even have kids, which is correct, I don't. I don't think so anyway. But all I'm going to say is this: if you're currently looking at the screen and saying, Jim, I can genuinely not even carve out 5 minutes a day for myself, this is what I'm going to say. Bullshit.
You're talking bullshit.
Attempting to be an adequate and functioning human being, parent, teacher, partner, friend, child, if you're looking after your parents, and not carving out, in my opinion, a minimum of 20 to 30 minutes every single day for yourself to do something that nourishes and fulfills and rejuvenates you, is like driving a car and saying you're too busy driving it to fill it up with petrol. It might be a great idea in theory in the short term, but at some point it's going to bite you in the arse. This could look a million different ways for a million different people. This could be sitting down on the couch with your feet up watching a movie. This could be walking in the forest, listening to a podcast. This could be going for a run. It could be going for a cycle. It could be meditating. It could be reading a book in front of the fire. It can be anything that you want, but it has to be something that at the end of it, you come out of that time, you come out of that little time window and you feel better. You feel rejuvenated. You feel you have a clearer head. Those are the metrics you should be looking at for whether or not this is a productive use of time. So once again, I genuinely believe that is the most imperatively crucial one of the 5 top tips to stay healthy and sane. I'm going to echo what I said a couple of seconds ago, guys. If you are telling me that you cannot carve out 5 minutes a day for yourself to make sure that you can calm down and clear your mind, 5 minutes a day, then this is what I say.
You're talking bullshit.
Enough said. And one last thing I'm going to say on that is this: do not wait until you get to breaking point and you throw your kid out of a window or you punch your husband or wife before you start to realise, yeah, you know what, a little bit of time to myself might be a good thing. 5th and final tip, guys, move your body. This kind of splits itself in 2 different directions. The first one, get your steps in. 10,000 steps a day, I genuinely believe, is not unattainable for anyone. And if it does feel like a bit of a struggle, no one ever said that staying fit and healthy was completely easy and comfortable all the time. We can kind of link it back to the first tip of get yourself out in the elements and embrace that. And also to tip number 3 of keeping a nice consistent routine. Going for a nice 20 to 60 minute walk every single morning is going to tick all 3 of those boxes. The second way of exercising that I believe is absolutely paramount is making sure in some way that you get your heart rate up and you spike that. That is the way that you're going to get that awesome endorphin rush and actually start to feel as though you've done something productive and you've had a really, really good session. Going for a nice, slow, steady walk is good for you and it gets the blood pumping and it kind of dusts off the cobwebs, but no one ever comes in from a 30-minute walk in the woods listening to a podcast and lets off a flipping vuvuzela because they've had the best time of their life. Find a way to get your heart rate up. If it's a quick, you know, high intensity interval training session, if it's a little bit of a body weight circuit, if it's doing some high knee sprints on the spot and then some squats and press ups. It doesn't have to be particularly glamorous, but it just needs to be something that gets you moving with a bit more intensity than just walking up a hill would do. Get that heart rate up, get those endorphins being pumped into your brain, and that is the time that you're going to start to feel like a benefit from exercise. We are all neurologically wired to stay safe, to stay warm, to stay comfortable, so do not beat yourself up too much if any of the stuff here sounds like, oh bloody hell, just sounds like a bit of a slog. It does, I agree with you, it does. And again, it has been incredibly beneficial for us to have this wiring to stay safe, to stay warm, to stay in the house, especially in winter. We've evolved this way. We've got 10,000 generations worth of lessons in our brain, and it has been productive to get us to this stage in human history. But now it ain't gonna help any longer, and that's where the transition comes into sometimes just being able to be self-aware enough to know that you've got to sack up, get yourself off the couch, get out, spike that heart rate, and you will feel better and be healthier because of it.
You know what? I feel so good. How do you feel this morning?
So in summary, guys, enjoy the outdoors in all of its wet, flipping miserable British glory. Get your head down and enjoy some proper quality sleep and all the benefits that having that part of your routine ensures. Try to keep as consistent a routine as possible with other parts of your daily life and your daily practice. Carve out some time for yourself every single day to do something that you feel and you know is going to rejuvenate and nourish you. And move your body as much as you can every single day in as many different ways as possible. And if you do all of those things, guys, you might not only be able to survive this lockdown 3.0, but you might actually come out the other side of it healthier and more productive than before.
You know what? I feel so good.
So there we go, guys. They are my 5 top tips to stay as healthy and sane as possible in a British, rainy, wet, miserable winter lockdown. If you haven't done already, please do like this video, leave any positive comments in the comments section. Please do subscribe, guys, and watch out for any future content. And more than anything, guys, please do share this video with someone else just like you that could get some benefit from this kind of content. I will see all of you beautiful people soon. Boom. Peace out.